Hello, it is Monday, December 5th, 2011 at 2:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I have a couple things I would like to show you this evening. The other day on the December 3rd, I made a video called Dueling Beams in Nevada along with scalar squares at Jetstream in Canada. And I made an error on this video. I showed the Jetstream for 12/2/2011 at 000 GMT, and it should have been 12/3, so it was 24 hours off. And what I was talking about was the scalar squares and stair steps that were showing up here in Canada, and I was showing that the stair step ones was lining up with the jet stream here above Maine. But this is what the jet stream actually looked like. It actually cut down at the point where I was showing it was going straight. Let me see if I can get it to zoom in here. No, gotta use the, well, we'll leave that. In any case, and I found that most interesting. I've got a, let's see, do I have the one? Here it is. This is a loop that I recorded from starting 12/3, and I want to show you what happens right after this. See, it snaps up. It goes straight up. So if I go back here, and then play it again, so it comes down and goes straight back up. Why I'm showing you this, well, let me show you also before I go any further. This is the College or University of Utah Troposphere Report, and we're looking down here. You can see 2011. This is at 12/3/00 GMT. So this was where it was at that same time you saw that jet stream down. And I also want you to notice this little odd shaped thing at the bottom of this loop. We've got squares around the ISO, let's see, an ISO bars. Anyway, they're labeling them, and this kind of looks like it but not, because see, it cuts in and out. And if I go forward 6 hours, you can see that it turns purple. And we had this the other day too, and I wondered about it. But it almost mirrors the, if you go look at the other video, it almost mirrors the scalar squares that were showing up above it. And then if I go to 6 more hours ahead, this is at 12 GMT. See, it's changed shape, but it's kind of retained. So I'm not sure what's doing that. And now you can see it's over here. But in any case, I want to show that to you. Now to go today, let's see. First I want to go to IntelliCast. I'm going to show you that we're getting the same kind of little scalar squares. Actually, yesterday, a couple times I did a couple recordings too, and maybe I'll post those, because right up here in Canada, let me make it a little more transparent, where this bends above Winnipeg, we've got another showing. I'm going to make it darker here. In addition to that, we've got little stair step things right here going over Nebraska and Iowa. Also, we've got more scalar squares showing up here in the mountains, the Rocky Mountains. And the interesting thing is let me make it a little, here's Iowa, and there they are right there. And that's like about 19 Eastern Standard Time, which is 00 GMT, and I'll get the right date this time because it would be a date ahead, so it would be December 5th. And if I go look at the jet stream for right before, this is 12 hours before that, you can see that the jet stream's coming down right over the Rocky Mountains, and it's going right up over Iowa there. So the stair step scalar squares along with the scalar squares over the Rockies are right along the jet stream. And then you can see over here the bend above Winnipeg, and I'll zoom in and show you those in a minute, but this has kind of got that clear area coming, which from what I understand, it's going to be high winds coming down in through here. And I'm not sure if this kind of causes it. It kind of comes down and comes back up around this right in here. I'm going to go ahead and let it go forward. I might have to reload, but let me see what happens here. Yeah, there's 0 right there. And so then this is right at 12/5/2011 at 000 GMT, and it's still coming across Iowa here where the stair step is, but this has moved off the Rocky Mountains just a touch. It's not quite back at Washington. Let me let it do it one more time. It's going to start at the beginning, 12/4, and there it is. And then also I will show you, in this case we're not getting like what I just showed you on the other one. We're not getting that deep cut down for some reason. But here's Iowa right here, and this is at December 5th, 00 GMT. So you can see that this is kind of running along the Rocky Mountains, and then this is running across Iowa, and the winds are coming straight down this way and they're going back up that way. Let me zoom in too so you can see it good. And up in Canada, that other one's like right off, it's right up in here. It's right off the screen, so this is right before. This is at 12/4 at 12 GMT, 18 GMT, and this is at 12/5/00 GMT, and this is at 12/5/006. So now we'll go back to IntelliCast and I'll show you if it will cooperate. I'll give you a better view of the squares. One other thing before I get too close in here, both on this one and the one from the other day, let me make it a little darker, actually all the way. The scalar squares are happening at the edge of this, some kind of a it's a circle, and I don't know why it's there, but this is kind of all blurry and this is more defined, but you can see that there's things changing back on this one too. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better. Right here, it's an arc that goes all the way across here. And from the one the other day was right in this area too, and you can see these lines don't quite match up, so it must be either another radar or I don't know. But I did want to point that out also. So let's go in and look at it. We'll just zoom all the way in. And it's right up in here. And it's also getting pretty cold readings up in there too. There we go. So this is December 4th at 16 Eastern Standard Time. Oops. And then it's going to be slow. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then December 5th at 00, 1, 2, 3. And it's restarting the loop at December 4th. Now I'll make it a little more transparent so you can see where it is in conjunction to Winnipeg. Oops, too far, sorry. So it's right at this bend up here in Canada. And then we'll go look at Iowa. Actually, it's Iowa and southeast Nebraska. It's just a couple frames that it shows up. I'll try to stop it next time through. So this is what we're looking at. It's the temperature map in IntelliCast. Right there. Whoop. Let's go backwards. And you can kind of see one starting right here. That's at 18 Eastern Standard Time. 19 Eastern Standard Time, and that's 00 GMT for the next day. So that's December 5th, 00 GMT. And they're still there at 20, 21. They're starting to go away. And there's 22. And let's go back and look at the one in the Rocky Mountains. They're more like a checkerboard. I have to zoom out one. Let's zoom out one. Oh, that's a lot. Zoom out. Let's see. Go ahead and play it again. Because you can see they're kind of up in here. Maybe even in Seattle here a little bit. These are more prominent in here. And even down here by Denver. Let's go, while that's loading, let's see if the jet stream's down by Denver. Well, not really. Let's go ahead and play the loop again. This is a 12.4. Then it was down by Denver. Well, not quite, but 12.4 at 00. Regoing it. There we go. 12.4 at 12 GMT. It's lower than Denver. 12.5. It's going down into New Mexico, so that's not landing on the jet stream. And there's 12 GMT. Let's go see if IntelliCast is doing better. There it goes. And it seems like they're starting, let's see if that's true. They're starting the same time as Nebraska and Iowa, but they're continuing on longer. And then this one's pretty much going the whole, yeah, this is better, you can see all three of them. I'll get my mouse out of the way. So anyway, I found that very interesting. Not sure what's happening. God bless you. Have a good rest of the evening.